Welcome back to Redneck's Dirty Hands. I'm Pete, and today we finally got the CF Moto back in the shop. We got the Smart Car in the shop. Got my buddy Remington in the shop. He's gonna lend a hand, and I'm pretty sure Christina's on her way. So today we are going to pitter-patter, get at her, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we got 2 weeks until July 27th, the Bethany Park Gears, Guts, and Mud. My buddy Ray Fudge is putting on. Last year we went there, had a great time. It was the Mud Bogs. This year they got a horseshoe track apparently going on. So I want to transplant that body onto there. So I got, might not be the best mud bogger, but it's going to be the coolest. So Mr. Remington, you helped me out on the golf cart there for the last video. You did such a good job. Figured might as well give me a hand. You like to cut and rebuild stuff.
I love cutting everything.
This guy, he was a stock car racer, so he knows what it's like to work and work and work and work and work and never really accomplish anything.
And try and build a whole car in 17 days.
Right? You know the time crunch idea. It's like, we got to have this thing ready tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
So hopefully with his help, you know, and a bunch of Sawzall blades, you know, might as well buy stock and Milwaukee Torch blades because I think we're going to go through quite a few because we got to cut the whole bottom, the floor out of that. So all my plan is literally just to gut it, cut the bottom out of it, and literally plop it on there and just like weld it on or something, right? It'll look the part, you know, it might not be, you know, fit and finish. I'm not a finish carpenter, you know, I'm the guy that, you know, I could stick frame it and then get somebody else in to finish her off, right? I say we should stop drinking beer and get to work.
Yeah, all right.
Well, just like a break.
All right.
So Christina and I got this going in a few videos ago. This one was burnt. I got it off my buddy Farmer there, Southern Sled and Truck. Great fella. He's helped me out. I bought a bunch of clutch pullers off of him, and I bought a few rigs off of him. And this one here, I was going to chop apart my Yamaha Viking, and I was like, you know what? I've been known to do some crazy things. Maybe I'm not that far gone yet. You know, it's still a good rig. So he had this. It was cheap. It was burnt. Christina and I got it up and running. Perfect donor for a project like this. I bought that a few years ago, not knowing what I was going to do with it. Everybody, you know, drops a street bike engine, but I've already got something with a street bike engine in it. So, you know what? The golf cart could be the ripper, the road terror, you know, go fast. The Smart Car is going to be the monster mud machine. And
if we fail, it can grow flowers in there.
Oh, yeah, it's been sitting a little bit. She's growing stuff in here. Maybe we can green plane it.
Yeah, that's right. This is a green vehicle.
It's a green vehicle. She's good for the environment. Anywho. The idea is to build a monster Smart Car, 4-wheel drive. That's got diff lock and all that jazz. So, I mean, if it works out, it's going to be awesome.
And if it doesn't, we can use those front end parts.
Oh, don't be. Listen, I got too many ideas as it is already. Now I'm going to be like, oh, okay, scrap this idea. But yeah, so I don't know. I think it'll be a good project. You know, like I said, everybody does the street version of these, going fast with street bike engines. I want something that I can drive that down the road. Here, side-by-sides, we can't drive them anywhere.
No.
You know, cop sees you driving one of these down the road, you're getting a ticket or a fine or something like that. But if you're driving a Smart Car, I was like, hey, look, I'm supporting the environment here. Although it's gonna be jacked up, and I'm gonna put bigger wheels on her too. So, you know, we can drive it to the store, get some milk or some beer, go down the trails, have some fun, ripping and tearing. But I want to use this at the Mud Bog event. You know, help promote the channel. We'll be there selling some merch and all that. The Bethany Park, Bethany, Ontario. Like I said, it's July 27th. Gears, Guts, and Mud. And we might have a few things from Ultimax as some prizes. Door prizes, I think. Yeah, our good buddies at Ultimax there. I called them up and said, hey, my buddy's putting on this event in Bethany, July 27th. It'd be cool to have like a giveaway thing, you know, something to add to the prize pot. So he was like, no problem, got you covered. We got 2 gift certificates. Doesn't matter whoever wins or whoever we give these out to. Doesn't matter if you got a snowmobile, a 4-wheeler, side-by-side, anything like that. You call them up, tell them what you got. You got a certificate for a brand new belt.
You take it to the max.
That's right. Take it to the max with Ultimax, baby. Remington, You're not a bad model for doing the promotional thing
Pretty
there,
good.
but I kind of prefer Christina. When she gets here, we might have to reshoot that. Oh, speak of the devil.
Speak of the devil.
Hey, baby. Good to see you, baby. You're just in time. I need you to hold something. Oh, see? I knew she could do it better than you, buddy. I definitely want to take it to the max now. We'll get through this somehow, as long as you two play to get well together. And the only problem is now we got 3 people, 2 mics. I don't know. What job do you want to do today? Do you want to be camera girl? You want to rip apart a smart car? Or do you want to continue on the CF Moto? Or do you want to arm wrestle? You're going down, Remington.
I can work on either one.
Okay, okay.
Or do you need me to be camera girl?
I just need you, baby. Gotta love having the extra hands here, so
You use real tools.
figure strip this one right down, get all the plastics off. We're gonna take the roll bar off, the windshield, all the side plastics. I'll take we just put that fuel cell in there. We'll get the original melted gas tank out. Get this thing stripped down so we can see the bones of it and then get a better idea of how well that smart car body is gonna actually fit on there. And then we gotta Google how to take apart a freaking smart car, because I have never in my 26 years of existence.
Don't you have some tannerite left?
Wow, we want to keep it in one piece.
All right.
And apparently these are all plastic panels. Like you can, if you want to do a paint job on this, you can just find another one, a different color, pop all the plastic panels off and just pop them back on, apparently. I don't know. That's what the internet says. So we definitely got to keep this back glass. It's got a good sticker on the window. But yeah, maybe I'll do some Googling, see how the grill comes off, stuff like that, because we'll have to get access in behind. I want to strip absolutely everything we do not need out of this thing, so it's, you know, light to begin with, but minimalistic. The KISS method. Keep her simple, stupid.
Keep it simple, stupid.
Hopefully this comes apart. Not too bad. This is gonna be one heck of a project, and we got a short time frame.
I'm just happy you gave me so much notice.
Right? 2 weeks is enough time to get this done, isn't it?
What's today?
I don't even know if we do have 2 weeks.
Is the 11th today?
We got 2. It's the 27th,
yeah.
right? So
2 weeks, 3 days.
I built a big block Volkswagen Beetle in a month. I'm pretty sure I could put a freaking smart car body on a CF Moto in 2 weeks. And like I said, we're not like Elon Musk or anything. We're not gonna make her right and self-drive itself or nothing. It just has to look like a jacked up smart car. So, I mean, we're gonna get dirty on the inside because it ain't gonna have no floor. Oh, that's tight. All right, well, thanks to Remington and Christina. We should almost leave it like that. Like, I don't even know what that looks like, but it's freaking cool. But like an hour and a half, we got her stripped down to the bare bones, and I even cut some of the frame off. So let's take a look. So we do got her stripped down to the bare bones, and then I cut the back section off of here and took the muffler off because we're not gonna have a muffler on her anyway. This is a V-twin. We're gonna let her roar the way nature was intended. So I'll straight pipe it from there out the back, but then this way, that gives us more of a ledge for the back of the smart car body because it basically does go straight down at the wheels. So I'm hoping that'll work out. And then Mr. Remington pulled the radiator out of there. I think we're gonna relocate the rad to the back because same thing. We gotta keep the front end short because the old smart cars are like a pug. They got no nose. It just goes straight down. Speaking of the front end of the smart car, Christina has been over here while Remington and I have been back there ripping the CF Moto apart, and she's been Googling and tearing the smart car apart all on her own. You're doing a great job, babe.
Thank you. It wasn't that bad.
Right?
Luckily, there was already some screws missing.
Yeah. Apparently, this was supposed to be a one-owner, low-mileage car. The fella I bought off, I think, was lying to me because there's missing hardware,
Yeah.
you know, stripped hardware. So somebody's definitely been digging into that thing. So, but you have been doing a great job. We've got basically the CF Moto stripped down. We're almost ready for the body transplant, but we have got a ton more work to do to the smart car, honey.
What do you want me to do next?
Rip the engine out of it, rip the seats out of it, you know.
Sure.
Remington and I'll have a beer or two, and you just get the floor cut out of that, would you?
Okay, for sure, yeah. There's chainsaw.
Yeah! I got the DeWalt electric chainsaw down there. It's got a fresh blade on it, honey.
Perfect.
There's not really a whole lot in behind the front bumper of this car, so, I mean, I think we should strip the rad out, whatever that freaking box is. We'll take the bumper, the foam off, all that stuff. We're not gonna need any of that. We're not gonna hit nothing, right?
No promises.
So we'll unbolt everything we can. The funny thing about this car is I bought, like, it runs and drives and all that, but the alternator wasn't charging on it. And apparently to change the alternator in these, you gotta drop the engine out of it, or at least lower it down. So like, hey, if I gotta lower the engine out of it, we're gonna throw it in the garbage and we're going 4x4. Hit the old trunk pop button there, buddy. These things here, they're a bit ridiculous. You gotta have electricity to open the freaking back hatch here, and then you gotta clip that guy. Another one over here. That's the belt. I had to cut it off because the alternator was seized. She wouldn't roll over without cutting that off. Got this little Zeus fastener thingy. We're not gonna need that no more. We got a new gopher in the shop. Hey Remington, go for this and go for that. We need some vice grips.
Yes, boss.
Clamp them on the shock there, would you? Boom. Shagalaka. Under here, 3-cylinder diesel. Alternator on this thing. Way down up in there. And you gotta drop the freaking subframe to do her, so. We're gonna be removing all this and we're gonna cut this whole floor section out of here. So we got clearance for over there. Oh, this is gonna be interesting because smart car is Mercedes. Mercedes is German, and those Germans are sneaky. There's gonna be hidden bolts and surprises in there, guaranteed. So, oh yeah, this is gonna be a monumental task, and this is day 2. We decided to call her quits a little bit early there. We worked until about 9 o'clock, but Remington and Christina, they got to get up at 5 in the morning to do their actual day jobs. Suckers. So I'm up here having a coffee, figuring out what I want to do, but we were having a little bit of fun there last night and mocked up the front bumper on the old CF Moto, and yeah, that's looking like a thing. I don't think I'm going to want to have it. Step aside there, D-Ron. I don't think I want to go that high with it. And right now the proportions are not looking right. You know, that frame's a little bit too long. So I want to drop that front nose cone down and back a bit. And then hopefully the body will fit centered in there. And then, you know, while we're out here playing, took the roll bar off of that and dropped her down on the golf cart. Now, I don't know. That looks like Batman's golf cart. That thing looks wild with that. So I think we're going to try and use the roll bar off of the CF Moto. And I think it's going to have a permanent home on my golf cart. Just looks too good not to. Christina made some awesome headway there last night, you know, getting a head start on this thing. So we got to keep on keeping on. I got to gut this entire thing, rip the seats out, carpet. We're probably going to take the whole dash, steering column, all that stuff out. Going to use the steering column and all that. That's got electric steering and it's got the column and everything there. So we'll carry on with all that. I'm going to leave the tailgate on, the back glass, but I'm going to cut this floor section out. We basically got to gut it like a fish. You just got to undo a few Torx bolts and then just like going to the movies, got to pick your seat. Hopefully this airbag doesn't go off and punch me in the face. And just like that, we got lots of room for activities in here now. You know, everybody thinks that these smart cars are tiny or whatever, but they are huge inside. Like, 7 foot tall person could drive these things. I was toying with the thought when I first got this thing, you know, because the fuel prices and all that were going straight through the roof, you know. And I was like, maybe I'll drive this around, be safer. You know, even maybe my daughter's first car. But then I was like, you know what, this thing's like a tuna can. There's no way they'd be safe enough out on the road. They're coming out with all these new vehicles, you know, Cybertruck or a new hybrid freaking EV Hummers, like 10,000 pounds. 10,000 pounds versus a smart car? Yeah, no. They say these things are built strong like an egg, you know. You put an egg in the palm of your hand, you can't crush it. Yeah, but chuck the egg at the wall. The yolk running down the wall. You're the yolk. So, no, we're cutting her up. We ain't gonna be going fast when she's 4x4. But now with the seats out of the way, we can strip out the center console, get the carpet all out of here. We're gonna have to figure out the pedals, the dash, all that jazz, and then I will wheel it over to the hoist. We'll get her up in the air. And then I'll start stripping out the suspension and wheels and all that jazz. And my buddy D-Ron dropped me off a couple of longer, some good quality. These are the thick Sawzall blades, so we're gonna need her to go through. It looks like we got multiple layers of floor here. And just in case you're wondering, if you want to know where the battery in your freaking smart car is, it's in the floorboards way down in that hole over there. So yeah, that's fun. Fun fact too, you don't get a spare tire with these things. There's a foam insert in here and you just get a jack and a bottle of like tire goop for tire repair stuff. So, you know, save them weight, I guess. I actually used that tire goop stuff in the front tires of my Viking. Works mint. They had slow leaks leaking through the cracks in the tires for years. I put that stuff in there. Haven't had an issue since, so Mercedes makes a goofy little car, but their tire sealant is top notch. I'm in here ripping and tearing at this interior. It's my first time ever taking this trip on a smart car. So I'm pulling the whole dash and everything out because I want to cut the firewall and all that jazz. But the radio in this thing, like this is a 2005 smart car. And it's got the same, I think it was Ford back in the day, had this type of radio where it's got the little holes. You need special tools to get the freaking radio out. Good thing for me, I am a sucker for tools off the tool truck. I bought these years and years ago and I got them stashed away in my toolbox. Forgot I even actually had them. But you gotta stick these guys in the radio, just like so, and then it releases the tabs in there, and then you just grab her like a suitcase handle, pull her on out. Nice one. You know, that's one of the things about being raised, growing up watching Tim the Tool Man Taylor. Got Binford tools. I'm addicted. Gotta love it when you got the right tool for the job. I don't even know if I gotta pull all this stuff off here, but I want to get all these bezels off and all that stuff. And then these smart cars, I have never ever seen, like all the fasteners in here are all Torx, but I've got like a T8, I think it is. The teeniest, tiniest little screws. Like, look at that little guy. I've never seen screws that small used in any vehicle. I told you those Germans were sneaky. I will tell you something for free, though. I will be absolutely fine if this is the first and last time I ever got to take the interior part on one of these freaking things. Oh, I've been at this for a couple of hours, and probably one of the best decisions I ever made in my life was not becoming a tech for Mercedes or Audi or, you know, Volkswagen, BMW. Oh my God. Yeah, there is hidden screws everywhere. There's all different size Torx. Like they can't even use the same Torx for holding the headlight in. You know, it's 2 different sizes there. So you're constantly going back and forth to the toolbox. I got tools and crap everywhere. But side note, the radiator out of this thing might be a good upgrade for the golf cart project. It's a little bit bigger and it's got a huge fan on there. So I just got the itty bitty rad in that. So we might repurpose that sucker. So hey, there's always an upside to everything. Silver lining, right? Well, 2 hours later. It's war zone in here. I got the rear subframe, engine tranny, all that out. The front subframe's all out. She is naked up on the hoist. And it's a freaking mess in here. I got a pile of parts over there. I got a pile of parts over there. I got a pile of parts over there. I definitely deserve this beer. Turns out that rear subframe, that's basically the exact same as like a golf cart. All you got is four main mounting bolts each corner, and then the engine mount just has like an engine mount there. That's exactly like the old Easy Goes or like the club cars and stuff like that. So kind of cool. I'm gonna hang on to that. That's a 3-cylinder, like not even a 1-liter diesel with a turbo, tiny little turbo. Let me show you. Like, look at that itty bitty little turbo. Like kids in a hut. I crush your head. So I'm going to hang on to that. Who knows? Maybe we can put a bigger turbo on that and juice this thing up and get her rolling some coal in a different project. Maybe a diesel snowmobile. But yeah, this thing is stripped right down. I still got to get the dash and everything out of her, but we've got everything stripped out. I made quite the mess on the floor over here. So now I got to cut the whole bottom out of this. So this is going to be a chore, but it's going to be worth it when it's all done. Another day and another beer later. The hoist is empty, but there's a floorboard there that used to belong in a smart car. Where did it go? We got a pile of parts on the floor. There has been a lot of work done the last couple of days, but we only got 2 weeks, and I think Christina, she's been busy. Hey, girl.
Get in, let's go find some mud.
I want to go for a rip in that. She is all together. Well, it's not done, but the body's mounted on there, and I gotta tell you, looks good. Smart car don't look too bad either. Hey, girl.
Hi, boy.
I gotta say, if Mercedes built the smart car looking like that, they would have sold 10 million of them.
Right?
I don't know if any of you have ever seen the movie Tango and Cash, Sylvester Stallone and Kurt Russell when they go to jail or whatever. At the end of the movie, when they get that rig that's all black and off-road, looks like a minivan or whatever, that's what this reminds me of. This is like space age, cool looking, ready to go off-road. And look at the stance on this thing. Now, there's a lot of guys that have done off-road, you know, smart car builds, you know, but they've never been actual 4-wheel drive or anything. And this thing here is looking tight and right. Still has the Redneck's Dirty Hand sticker on the back, but look at that. And we're going to go with bigger tires too. That's just got the 26s on there right now. Oh, baby. You know, I think I'm in love again.
I'll allow it.
You're going to have fun ripping that at the mud event, eh?
I feel like this is going to be like so much fun.
How could it not be?
Right?
So,
I'm excited.
This is why I am a huge believer in the universe. You know, not only did the universe give me you when I needed you, baby, it's helping this project go so smooth. I cannot believe how well this body fits on that chassis.
It was like meant to be, I think.
Incredibly meant to be. Meant to be just like you and me.
That's right.
So I do have the body bolted down to the original frame. I've just got the front nose cone sitting on here. It's not clipped in. I did manage to fit the rad back into stock location, so we can leave it up here. That's a bonus. We don't have to relocate it. And then the back, you know, I got to notch the fenders a little bit just because it ended up right above the tire. But, I mean, this is an off-road rig. She's a one-of-a-kind, so we'll allow it. Yeah, open her up, girl.
Check her out.
Oh, well, yeah.
Oh, my God.
So we got the original seat in here. I'm gonna have to relocate the fuel tank into the back ledge over here. But this thing, the width of the Smart Car body is the perfect width to go right outside this CF Moto frame. I'll open up the back. Yeah, get a better look back here. So you can kind of see, like I just cut the whole floor section and firewall out of the Smart Car body, and it literally just ploop, plunked right over top. Like the fitment is perfect. The clearances, look at this. This is the original tab, and it's just clearing the frame of that thing. And then all I did was I welded some angle iron right to the bottom rocker of the Smart Car body, and it just sat perfectly on top of the original frame rail. So now I just got to tie the back of it in to the original frame, and then I'll put some brackets at the front. I want to keep this boltable, so if we ever do really have to work on it, we can just unbolt the body and pluck her right back off. So I gotta say, you know what, we were worried we only had 2 weeks to do this build, but we've literally only been like 2.5 days on this so far.
Wow, you did a lot, yesterday? How does that work?
I gave her pretty good yesterday, baby, but I got the bulk of her done yesterday, but I mean, you and Remington helped me the night before. We got everything kind of prepped with the CF Moto, and now I got the body mounted on there. Now it's all the knick-knack stuff. I just got to get some wiring set up on it, hook the coolant lines and all that back on, and then we'll be ripping this thing, babe.
I'm excited.
Oh, yeah. As long as we can keep this kind of motivation going and keep working on it, no doubt we'll be there July 27th in Bethany Park. Here's got some mud. Oh yeah, we'll be going through some mud. We're gonna get dirty on the inside. It's got no floors. See if we can find some mud flaps or something.
Yeah, right.
All right, baby. Well, I gotta say, after 2.5 days, that thing's looking freaking mint. So I think we're in good shape to make it to the Guts and Gears and Mud event in Bethany there. Hopefully we'll be ripping this thing, slinging mud all over the place. Hopefully we see some of you guys there. Like I said, it's July 27th in Bethany, Ontario. Gears, Guts, and Mud. Look it up on Facebook. Should be able to find it. We're going to be there with some free 2 gift certificates for Ultimax belts. You know, whoever wins those is going to get a free belt for your sled, bike, you know, side by side, anything like that. Anything, whatever you got, we got you covered. And then they're going to have music there. They're going to have beer tent. It's going to be a great day. You know, it's a local event for us, but if you guys are willing to make the drive, you know, it's a good thing. We'll be there set up with some of our merch too. So
yeah,
Christina will be running the booth maybe.
And running in the mud.
Yeah, you're going to do the dash for cash, running through the mud barefoot.
Yeah. Mow everybody down.
Nice one. So I got to thank Remington for lending us a hand there the other day. You know, he might come back on this coming Tuesday. We got a lot of little knick-knack stuff we got to get going on that. And then hopefully JP's going to be working on the golf cart. Get it ready to go for the end of the month too. But as always, you know, thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed this episode. You know, it was a lot of work going through. Didn't get a lot of shots of cutting the floor out and all that, but I was by myself pretty much the whole day doing all that. And it was hard to work the camera and all that. And I just wanted to get her done because we only got 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks now, because we're 2.5 days already into the deadline. So we're going to get her done. But we appreciate all the support. Everybody going to our website, www.rednecks-dirtyhands.com. Checking out our merch, you know, stickers, hats, shirts, all that stuff. And we appreciate all the support. Everybody liking, subscribing. If you're not subscribed, you know, consider doing so. It's free. It doesn't cost you nothing. Helps us out, you know. But as always, thanks for tuning in. Take her easy. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, baby.
I can never get mine open as fast as you.
I'm a trained professional.
I'm not a seasoned.